hope to address the shooting need, and we picked Jett Howard. So, again, I was all the way brakes on this one, all the way red light. Jett Howard was someone that was extremely highly touted, especially early in the year. He had a few little nagging injuries throughout the year, specifically an ankle injury that set him back. But even with that, he ended the season shooting about 37% from beyond the arc, which is pretty damn good. I think before the ankle injury, his first 18 games or something, he was more like 40%. And he does have an arsenal of shots, step back, off the movement, off pick and roll. So he is a shooter. We just didn't think that it would be Jett Howard. He's become, just kind of seems like an offensive threat. I don't know how well he can defend. Most of his highlights are him shooting. So we'll see as we dig in more here. But, Jett Howard, we got another Michigan guy. I like that he has the pedigree of his dad, was a good NBA player. We're seeing how that's helping Cole Anthony. He already knows how to be a pro. Even though he didn't go to the pro route, he went to college. This guy knows what it takes to be in the NBA. So I have no doubt that he's going to be a successful player. We'll just see how high the ceiling is on him. And, we're a little bit of grief here, maybe for the red light, that we won't be able to make as many dick puns as we wanted to.
Well, listen, first of all, my heart goes out to the ladies who have ever tossed and turned at bed at night and gone to bed without dick, because that was me the other night, and I just couldn't sleep, and I was like, oh, I can't believe this is happening to me. I think what's important to note is that, like, for me, what made me immediately angry and confused, then angry, was the fact that, God, there were 4 really great players I would have wanted that went later. Derek Lively, Grady Dick, Jordan Hawkins, and Cam Whitmore, who sat on the board for way too long for some reason. And honestly, it just felt like gross negligence to me. Like, this is a red light from me. There's a cop in the road, and you're not even sure when he's going to stopping you and letting you come through. Because it's not that Jett is not going to be able to play or be a contributor. I think he has potential. I think at some point that cop's going to move and the cars will get rolling. It'll switch to yellow and then maybe a green down the road. I was just so disappointed with the 6. I was like, okay, they'll get somebody I like at 11 then, and kind of like, I'll be like, all right, we'll be cool. And then we weren't. And I got like really mad, because when you have the 11th pick and you're picking a guy who could go like 20th, 21st, maybe late teens, how do you not call down and try to trade back down? And later we hear that, like, okay, OKC liked him and Toronto liked him, and they were drafting right behind us. So maybe they're thinking he's not going to be there, but I still feel like there's some way you could have moved, right? The 11th pick is still going to be pretty coveted in a draft this deep, when you consider that 4 players didn't come out of college. So that college pools of players is even bigger. And for us to make that stab down the line, if Jett's really the guy you want, that's cool. Trade down and get him, or have somebody get him below and trade up, get some more capital there. I'm not really against the pick per se. It's the position in which he was selected. And that, if I can go a little further on this, who are the 2 teams whose fan bases we've been bitching with over the past 2 seasons over picks? It's the Oklahoma City Thunder and it's the Toronto Raptors. And who drafted right behind us? The Thunder and the Raptors. And who they get? Derek Lively and Grady Dick. And if they're better than Jett, we aren't going to hear the end of it. And we're going to have to be like, Yep. Okay. Yeah, we messed up. So hopefully, if we all have that faith in the front office, right? We're testing it. We're testing that love right now. It's a big old, we love the front office, but this is a butt. This is a big old butt that Sir Mix-a-Lot would love. We're not sure about this one. This will be the one that I think they might get judged on the most.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention, and you brought it up, so thank you for doing that, Pich. How much of this, how much of these mock drafts that we go over, and this is back to your point at the beginning of the show and what we've been kind of really hammering home today, is like, what did any of that shit matter? I mean, it was just kind of fun talk, I guess, within the community, but how much of it is real and how much of it is just completely fabricated based on guys like you and I who have no decision-making process, no decision-making power in this entire process. Because all of the mock drafts, as you mentioned, had him, I mean, some of the highest were probably like in the late teens. So you're telling me we couldn't trade back at least 5-6 spots and still get ourselves a Jett Howard with at least like some second-round pick or something in there that we could have, you know, then got for some cash considerations? Something.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Like, if they really did think OKC or Toronto was going to snap him up with one of the picks right underneath and they didn't want to deal up to like make that move, then you just go, oh, okay, well, they have Jett Howard. Is Jett Howard that nice that you couldn't see about trading back to try to get him later? Like, or were some of these other guys not at least on the same level? I mean, the stuff I'm seeing so far, it doesn't look like there's a huge difference. I understand his dad played in the NBA and he may have a little easier time relating in than the average player, but you know, I don't know. And the other thing that came into my mind right away is it's like, I understand that whoever this scout is good because they found us Franz Wagner, but we have to give them some travel money so that they can leave Ann Arbor. We don't need to just get a guy from Michigan every year. Like whoever that is, if they're afraid to fly, let's go ahead and get them a bus like the Madden Cruiser so they can drive around a little bit. At least so they can get to maybe even Michigan State. Let's not get wild. Let's stay in state.
Yeah,
let's start looking at some guys from other teams and stop dropping in Juwan Howard's DMs every time we need a player recommendation. There are other colleges and other places you can draft from. So just think about it.
The Orlando Wolverines, now introducing your Orlando Wolverines.
Yeah, I don't like it.